Hello children, welcome to Narayana Digital Classes where learning never stops. Today I want to discuss revision assessment number 3 topic chemical equations. So here only multiple choice type of questions are there in this. The 20 questions are there. So I want to discuss all these 20 questions, only MCQs. In this the first question is when a magnesium ribbon is born. When the magnesium ribbon is born. So magnesium ribbon is born, it forms a magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide. So this is a white color substance. This is a white color substance. That means the precipitate which is formed. That means it is a white color substance. So the magnesium ribbon is born in the air. That means we can call this as ash. The ash is white in color. The ash is white in color. So which option is correct? Option B is correct. Next, what is the true about the following equation? So 3Fe plus 4H2O gives rise to Fe3O4 plus 4H2. So what is true about this statement? Iron metal is being oxidized, and next water is being reduced, and water is acting as reducing agent, and water is acting as oxidizing agent. See here. So iron converting into iron oxide, and water H2O is converting into water molecule. That means addition of oxygen is nothing but oxidation, and removal of oxygen is nothing but reduction. So that means iron gets oxidized, iron metal is being oxidized, this one is correct, and water being reduced, and this one also correct. And here iron will act as reducing agent, whereas H2O is act as oxidizing agent. So water is acting as reducing agent, right? And water is acts as oxidizing agent. So water is acts as oxidizing agent. So how many are correct? 1, 2 and 4 are correct. 1, 2 and 4 are correct. Which option is correct? Option C is correct. And next we will move to third question. In which of the following heat energy will be evolved? Heat energy is evolved. So here electrolysis water. So we are only providing the electric energy, right? And dissolution of ammonium chloride. So here also there is no heat is produced. And next burning of LPG. Burning of LPG will produce a huge amount of heat energy. Will produce huge amount of heat energy. And decomposition of silver bromide. So here also we need to provide a sun energy, that means sunlight. So the only one option that is correct is the burning of LPG, option C, right? And next we'll move to fourth question. The chemical formula of lead sulfate. The chemical formula of lead sulfate. What is the symbol of lead? Pb. And what is the symbol of sulfate? That means sulfur, SO4. So here the valency of lead is 2 and sulfur is 2, and both gets that means here a crisscross method PbSO4. So here 2 and here 2. So both 2 gets cancelled. That means the formula is PbSO4. The formula is PbSO4. Which option? Option C is correct. And next, which information is not conveyed by a balanced chemical equation? Which information is generally not conveyed? That means number of moles of reaction products set it conveys, and symbol and formula of all the substances involving in the particular reaction. So this is also will tell about by seeing the chemical equation. And number of atoms or molecules of the reactants and products are formed. Yes, this information also will known by seeing the chemical equation. So whether the particular reaction is actually feasible or not, or the rate of reaction. So we cannot say a particular reaction is feasible or the particular reaction, what is the rate of the reaction, we cannot see by seeing that balancing equation. So this option is correct. So what is the question? Which information is not conveyed by seeing the balancing chemical equations? So which one is correct? Option D is correct. Why? Because we cannot say whether the reaction is feasible or not, and we cannot say the rate of the reaction by seeing the chemical equation. So option D is correct. And next, in which of the following chemical equation the abbreviation represents the correct state of the reactants and products? Generally the abbreviations, so generally gas will use the Z, and liquid we use L, and solids generally we use a symbol S, and aqueous we use generally Aq. So here the correct representation, H2 is a gas and O2 is a gas and water is a liquid. This one is correct. And H2 is a gas and O2 is a gas, not a liquid, and this one is wrong. And H2 is gas and O2 is gas and H2O is a liquid, so this one is wrong. And H2 is a liquid, so this is a gas and O2 is also a gas and H2O is a liquid, so this one also wrong. Only the first option A is correct. This is the correct representation of the states. And next, coming to the chemical equations are balanced to satisfy one of the following the law of chemical reaction. This law is known as law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. What exactly law of conservation of mass? The mass of the reactants before the reaction is equal to mass of the products after the reaction. So this is law of conservation of mass. Generally, we will follow law of conservation of mass while balancing the chemical reactions. Next, the formula unit is applicable to. The formula unit is applicable to only ionic compounds, right? So which option is correct? Option B. Next, how many moles of oxygen is required to form 4 moles of water when reacted with 4 moles of hydrogen? See here, how many moles of oxygen is required to form 4 moles of water? So generally, the reaction is H2 plus O2 gives rise to H2O. So balance equation H2 plus O2. So 2H2 plus O2 gives rise to 2H2O. This is a balanced equation. So 4 hydrogens and 2 oxygens. So what is our question? How many moles of oxygen is required to form 4 moles of water? Generally, so 2 mole or 1 mole will form 2 moles of water. So what is our question? 4 moles of water I want. So 4 moles of water I want means, so I should use the 4 moles of hydrogen and 2 moles of oxygen. 2 moles of oxygen. So which option is correct? 2 moles. 2 moles. So option B is correct. And next, the textbook question: aluminium, addition of aluminium plus iron oxide gives rise to aluminium oxide plus iron. So atomic mass is also given. The amount of aluminium required to produce 1120 kg of iron. So what is the equation? Aluminium plus iron oxide Fe2O3 gives rise to Al2O3 plus Fe. So this is a balanced equation. So what is the weight of aluminium? 27. What is the weight of aluminium? 27. So first you should balance this 2 aluminiums, Fe2O3, 2 Fe, 2 Fe. Then oxygens, 3 oxygens, 3 oxygens. So this is the balanced equation. So 2 into 27 grams of aluminium, right? And here iron is 2 into 56 grams. So 2 into 56 grams. Right. So when 54 grams of aluminium is taken, so how much is produced? 112 grams of iron is produced. So what is our question? What is our question? The amount of aluminium required to produce 1120 kg of iron. So 1120 kg of iron. When 54 grams is producing 112 grams. So I want 1120 kg. So 1120 kg means I am converted into grams into 10 to the power of 3 grams. So cross multiply, simple cross multiply. So 1120 into 10 to the power of 3 by 112 into 54. So ones tens. 10. Right? So here 540 into 10 to the power of 3 grams or 540 kg. 540 kg. 540 kg. So which option is correct? First option is correct. Right? And next, 10 grams of hydrogen in bone in the presence of excess of oxygen, then mass of water formed is, so H2 plus O2 gives rise to 2H2O. That means 2H2 plus O2 gives rise to 2H2O, right? When 10 grams of hydrogen is burned in the excess oxygen, then amount of mass formed is, so here see, 2 into 2 grams, that means 4 grams will releases 2 into 18 grams. So what is the question? When 10 grams of hydrogen is how much amount of water is formed? That means 10 by 4 into 2 into 18, right? 2 ones, 2 2, 5. 18 5 is 90. That means 90 grams. How much? 90 grams. So which option is correct? First option is correct. And next we will move to 12th. What mass of CO2 will be formed? What mass of CO2 will be formed when 6 grams of carbon is bonded in 32 grams of oxygen? So this is the equation. C plus O2 gives rise to CO2. So this is a balanced equation. So 12 grams of carbon and 16, 2 into 16, that means 32 grams of oxygen will give 44 grams of carbon dioxide. 44 grams of carbon dioxide. So what mass of carbon dioxide will be formed when 6 grams of carbon is burned? So when I decrease into 6 grams, so what happens? So it will be reduced into half. That means that is 22 grams. So that is 22 grams. So which option is correct? Option D is correct. Next, a mole of any gas at HTP. A mole of any gas at HTP. 1 mole of any gas at HTP occupies 22.4 liters and 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 particles. Right? So let me read the options. 6.023 to 10 to the power of 23 molecules. This one is correct. So this option is correct. So here the number is given but did not mention the particles. So that one I am not taking. Right? And next 2.24 liters. So this one is wrong. And 22.4 liters of volume. So this is also correct. 1 and 4. Two options are correct. So here option D is correct one. Option D is correct one. And next, how many moles of hydrogen will be evolved when 6.50 grams of zinc is dipped in 6.023 into 10 to the power of 22 molecules of hydrochloric acid at HTP. Right? So what is the equation? Zinc plus hydrochloric acid gives rise to zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. Zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. So how many moles of hydrogen will be evolved when 6.50 grams of, so here 65 grams will liberating the 1 mole of hydrogen. Then 6.50 will produce how much? So here, so again one more relation is there. 6.023 into 10 to the power of 22 molecules. 6.023 into 10 to the power of 22 molecules of hydrochloric acid. 22 molecules of hydrochloric acid will give, that means here 1 mole. 1 mole means how many? 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 particles. That is a 1 mole. So clear? So that means 1 mole is giving these many particles. So now what is our question? How many moles of hydrogen will be evolved when 6.50 grams of zinc? 6.50 grams of zinc is dipped in 6.023 into 10 to the power of 22 molecules of hydrochloric acid at HTP. So 6.023 into 10 to the power of 22 will liberate how much? When 2 into 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 will give 1 mole. Alright? So 6.023 into 10 to the power of 22 by 2 into 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 into 1. So this gets cancelled. So here this is 10, 1 by 20. So 1 by 20, that is nothing but 0.05 moles. 0.05 moles. So which option? Option D is correct. And next we will move to next question. Fe2O3 plus Al gives rise to Fe plus Al2O3. For this reaction, identify the coefficients of the reactions. Coefficients of the reactions. Now, what is the equation? Fe2O3 plus aluminum gives rise to Fe plus Al2O3. Fe plus Al2O3. So balancing the equation 2 and here aluminum 2. So what are the coefficients? Here 1 and here 2 and here 2 and here 1. So 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2, 1. So first option is correct. And next, the number of molecules present in 10 grams of hydrogen. 10 grams of hydrogen. The number of molecules present in 10 grams of hydrogen. So here I am finding first number of moles. Number of moles. That means given weight by gram molecular weight. 10 grams by 2 grams. That means 5 moles. So 1 mole of any gas. 1 mole of any gas will occupy 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Then 5 moles will occupy how much? That means 5 into 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. 5 into 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. So here we will get 3.01 into 10 to the power of 24 molecules. 24 molecules. So which option is correct? Option C is correct. And next, which of the following are exothermic process? First of all, what is exothermic process? In the chemical reaction which heat is evolved. So in this, which one is correct? Evaporation of heat. Evaporation of water. So we are supplying the heat. So this is not correct. Dilution of hydrochloric acid. So whenever acid gets diluted, that means we are adding drop by drop. That means heat is evolved. So this is the good example of exothermic reaction. And next, reaction of water with quicklime. This is also a good example of exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction. So this one is correct and this one is correct. Next, sublimation of camphor. So sublimation of camphor is not a exothermic reaction. So 2 and 3. So which option is correct? Option D is correct. Option D is correct. And next, we will move to next question. Both CO2 and H2 gases are CO2 and H2 gases. So let me read one to one. Heavier than air, no, and acidic in nature. So this one is acidic in nature, but not this one. And next, both A and B. So this is not correct. And both are colorless gases. Both are colorless gases. So which option is correct? Option D is correct. Next, coming to, in which of the following heat energy will be evolved? In which of the process the heat will be evolved? So electrolysis of water. So we are supplying electrical energy, and dissolution of ammonium chloride in water. So this is also then burning of LPG, and this one is correct. And decomposition, here we are supplying the sunlight. So only one option is correct, that is option C, right? And next, the last question. And which of the following is correct? That means which of the following is correct means the balanced one, zinc plus hydrochloric acid. So here 2HCl. So this is wrong. And next 2Zn plus 2. So this is also wrong. And next Zn plus 2HCl gives rise to ZnCl2 plus H2. This one is correct. And next Zn plus 2HCl gives rise to ZnCl2 plus H2. Zn plus 2HCl gives ZnCl2 plus H2. This is also correct. So the balanced equation zinc plus hydrochloric acid gives rise to ZnCl2 plus H2, right? The 2HCl. So this is correct. Which of the following is correct means zinc plus hydrochloric acid gives rise to zinc chloride plus hydrogen. So this one is correct, and zinc plus 2H. But both the options given is correct. That means the answer is both C and D. Both C and D. Clear? Thank you, children. Stay home, stay safe.